Hi everyone, let's paint together today this simple peach bronze painting. So what we will need: 15 centimeters base, just simple one. I will use this kind of a brush. It's maybe a little bit too long, but we'll see how it goes. And I will use paint a little bit sticky maybe for mandala painting, but perfectly fine for this one. I will use these colors bronze and peach because I literally like this combination. White maybe for another chance. And this one also acrylic ivory, light ivory. So if I want to something make a little bit lighter, I will add this one. So let's start it. With such simple technique, what you just need to do, you need to apply paint on the top. As I said, it's a little bit sticky, so not so easy to work with, but for this technique, it's just like perfect. And we just adding on our base paint and moving our brush, putting in the water first, and after that, just moving our brush like that and mixing paint this way. And at this point, you literally can decide what you want to do. So, do you want to add a little bit more peach, or do you want to add a little bit more bronze, as I do, for example? And you may use definitely some kind of a base to put your paint, but I just like enjoying, to be honest, this chaotic process when you just moving your brush and it just creating art. I just like, it so amazes me every single time when I'm doing this. And just remember, everything that you created, it's just like only one example, only one custom painting. So you literally can change colors, add something, remove something, some kind of a paint. You can do only peach or only bronze and just moving through the surface and creating like kind of a structure on the base. So literally it's up on you what you will do with this. So I'm just moving like that around my brush. Maybe it's a little bit too long, to be honest. And for next one, I will use, maybe I need to cut a little bit. But still, look at this structure that being created. It's literally so easy. I believe you can do this even with kids. I'll try to add a little bit more ivory to lighten up. But it's up on you, and just remember that it's really light, as you see. So you need to think if you want to stay like that or add a little bit. And one more secret: if you are lighting up one place, this light color should be at least in one more place on your painting. So this secret, it's working for every kind of a painting, but I will definitely add a little bit peach. Yeah, it's for me a little bit too light. It's not too light, but it's too light for me because I see this painting a little bit more peach and bronze than ivory. But definitely this can work for you whatever you want, and you definitely can use other colors. Yeah, paint a little bit sticky. Maybe I should use another surface to mix paint, but I already did it. So it is what it is. Enjoying the process. Yeah, adding a little bit peach. And I'm, as you see, creating like I'm moving the brush like around. In my case, this circles not identical, not perfect, but actually this is what I like. So as I said, it's a little bit chaotic. Lighten up this corner. You definitely will need to cover borders also at the end. So as you see, you can make it a little bit lighter, what I'm doing now. Just on the top, I'm not waiting when it's dry out or something happen. Just looking at the total, and if you want to lighten up, you just like adding more peach, more ivory, for example. But you see, when you making lighter, it is lighter. So if you want to add more bronze or goldish, in this case, you need to add some bronze. And I like that I got additional paint on a surface. I like this structure of a lot of paint. So, but it's definitely up to you what you prefer. So you see, it's a little bit light, too light, that I prefer. So I'm adding bronze in a couple of places, and just on top, because we got already a lot of paint like a base, I can add just a little bit and see how it goes. I'm trying to create a little bit more interesting surface, as you see. And again, if you prefer this to be lighter, just use peach and ivory, for example, like in my case. If you are using other colors, obviously choose lighting. Look how beautiful it is. So I decided to go with more bronze. And I think that this is like kind of a key in this painting, because bronze will give you this goldish brightness, if you wish. You see on the brush a lot of paint, you just like can remove it like that, and after that move around like that. And you see how immediately this painting changing, because we're adding I may say a lot of bronze like that. So balancing up, I'm adding in the center a little bit like that. So this is definitely up to you how much you add in paint and what kind of a paint. But it's definitely interesting and can be one of your painting in your collection, together with photos, for example, or mandalas. One more type of creative projects. Yes. So you need to cover obviously borders because they're still white and this is too bright. But in a total, you see how beautiful it is and so easy. It's literally took me 10 minutes. I'm not speeding up the video. It's literally what time is it? exactly time that it took me to create this painting. Just add a little bit on the borderlines. And yeah, for example, if you want to change color over there, you can do this. A little bit more bronze. And brighten up center of painting. A lot of paint on the base, so you on a brush you can literally return this to your painting like that. Hope you enjoy this video. Hope you will try this easy technique to create your own custom art, and see you on next video. Bye.